Good evening. My name is Dr. Dmitri. What is it that I can do here for you today? A general checkup. A general checkup is something I highly recommend. It helps us just to find any little things that might be troubling you that we may be able to help with, just to prevent anything serious from happening. Just give me a moment. Okay. What is your name? Okay. And if you could just try and describe anything that might be bothering you, that may have prompted you to come and see me today. Okay, so there is a few little concerns, so maybe we can treat this more as a general checkup plus a way and a little bit of time for us to just double check that any of your concerns are not anything serious. So tell me, what is it that I can help you with today? Okay, so you've noticed yourself feeling a little tired, a little bit of trouble, just having the energy that you had in the past. Is that correct? Okay. That is a kind of a common type of thing that we can do. Okay. Let me see what I can do for you. Is there anything else that you've been concerned about? Oh, yes, you've been hearing in the news about people and some of the concerns they've been having, and you're a little bit worried. Don't worry, everything's going to be okay. I'm here for you to make sure that you are in perfect health. Okay, so first off, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a request to get some tests done to make sure that we have more information at hand. Okay, so we'll do a liver test, iron, vitamin D. Let's see, we should also check hormones and blood, and we'll go through kind of like an extensive blood panel. It's okay. Doesn't cost any more than just a standard set. Okay, so what I'd like to do here is just ask you a few questions to try and see if I can get a little bit of a hint at what might be making you feel a little tired. So, what is it that you do for work? Okay. And can you just give me a brief description of your regular meals and meal times? Okay, and at what time do you think you're eating dinner? Okay. And if you could just describe a normal work day that you might go through each day. Yep. Okay. And what about the weekends? Are you very active on the weekends or? Okay, so you're just relaxing, spending time at home, maybe watching some TV or accessing the internet. Is that correct? Okay, just give me a moment. What I'd like to do now is just a brief inspection. All right. What I'd like you to do is just breathe in, breathe out. That's it. Just relax. Your lungs sound perfectly fine. Breathe in, breathe out. That's it. Just let me come around from behind. Okay. Breathe in, breathe out. Perfect. Breathe in, breathe out. That's it. Just give me a moment just to let me listen. Perfect. Amazing. Just one more to go. Okay. So to my ears, your breathing and your heart rate sounds perfectly fine. What I'd like to do is a little bit old school, but if you could just open your mouth and just let me look at your tongue so I can have a visual inspection. That's it. Just open up a little bit wider. And just, if you could just put your tongue out and try and lay it flat for me. That's it. Yeah, the tongue has a few little marks on it, but nothing to be concerned about. I'm sure if I did the same, mine would look very similar. No problems at all that I can see. Another small test that I like to do that just helps me just to find any small little problems is just blow some air just around your scalp. Just let me know if you can feel it. Yes? Yes? No? Correct. Sometimes the sounds make tricks on our mind, so I just like to try and throw in a little bit of a curveball just to double check. Let me know if you feel this. And just on your forehead. Yep. Just close your eyes for a second. You may feel some gentle movements of air. Yep. Perfect. That's it. You're doing amazing. Yep. That's it. Can you just describe the movement of air that you're feeling? Yes, across your chin. Let me try it again. Correct. Perfect. Thank you for allowing me to do that with you. the things I'm just wanting to check are just your eyes. Now, I have a feeling that I'd like to try and do something with a little bit more detail, but we won't have time today for that. But the next time you come back for the results, we can go through a more thorough examination of the eyes. I have a feeling that there's something there that's linked to what it is that you're experiencing. So here's just a very small. So how can you go with that? Perfect. How can you go with that? Perfect. Now what I'd like you to do is just cover up this eye and just try and see. So it's a little bit fuzzy there. That's okay. We can look at that a little bit further. It's okay. Sometimes we have a little trouble focusing. What I'd like to do is just use a very gentle light. And I'm going to shine this into your eye and just ask you to look in a few different directions. Okay. Alright, I want you to look up. That's it. And again. That's it. Alright, just hold your eyes open just a little bit longer. That's it. Alright. Now I'd like you to look over to the side. There it is. And just look over to this side. That's it. Alright, if you can just look down. Just keep looking down, that's it. Okay. Okay, so if you can just close this eye. That's it. Won't be long now. Close this eye. Okay. Maybe just a little bit more. Sometimes the eyes can reveal a pathway to the symptoms that you're feeling. And I have a sneaky suspicion that I have a bit of an idea on what might be making you feel tired. That's it. That's it. Okay, so what I'd like to do is just have a little bit of a visual inspection just around your body, and I may need to use my hands So it'll just be around the shoulders and the arms and the scalp. Is that okay? Perfect. Just looking for anything that might give me any answers to any of the problems that you might be experiencing. That's it. Perfect. You're doing amazing. That's it. That's it. That's it. Just hold on. Won't be too much longer. Can I just put a little bit of pressure onto your stomach area and just kind of over your chest, just to try and feel for anything? Have you been noticing any pains in your stomach? Okay, so you have been feeling some minor discomforts depending on some of the food that you've been eating, is that correct? Okay, but you don't think that's connected to any of the tired symptoms that you've been talking about? Okay, so just hold it, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Here we go. Do you feel any discomfort there? No? What about here? And here? And here? And here? Okay. So I'm just looking at the shoulders. Have you been noticing any tension in the neck and upper back area? Yes? You feel quite tense. Yes. Are you spending much time in some type of chair, office chair? Yes. Okay. I think this could be contributing to some of the feelings that you've been having. And have you noticed any, as we might say, kind of like pain or discomfort going down your arms? Okay. Not much. That's good to hear. Sometimes when we get a little tight and tense, the nerves that go from the back of the neck across the shoulders and down the arms, sometimes they get a little stuck and they just need to kind of just move a little bit more freely. I call it flossing, where you can hold your arms up, kind of like this. And then you rotate your arms like that. And as you're doing it, twist your neck. And that is one of the common things I do as often as I can through a mobility routine that I kind of created for myself, just to help make sure that all parts of my body is moving freely. We have some sheets called fascia that go between our skin and our muscles, and they have different layers, and sometimes they get a little stuck, and that can definitely cause tension and some discomfort, and just allowing them to move freely. Sometimes just movement can be a big difference. I highly recommend doing some type of movement each day. The more time that we sit still, it allows those fascias just to kind of get a little bit stuck, and just simple movements can be very beneficial. So that concludes the time that we have today for this brief general health inspection for you. I've given you a list of tests to go get done. Go get those done. We can book in another appointment. Okay, so let's see. So if you could get those tests done, let's say in the next 3 or 4 days, I think it'll be about a week. So let me see on my availability for our next appointments. Okay, so how about in 2 weeks' time on Wednesday at 4 o'clock? Would you be available then? Okay, perfect. So 2 weeks from today at 4 o'clock, please come back. And what I do is I have a pretty good idea of what's going on. I assure you it's nothing serious. I'm quite sure that as long as the blood tests are within normal parameters, I think that we can make a few changes, more lifestyle changes that I can try and suggest to you that may help you overcome this period of tiredness and lethargy. Okay? Thank you very much.